Well, we said we might, We did. Okay, so we saw the funny one, the humor one. Holy God, that's good. And she approves of her visage, her presentation, and the lack of anger. Integrated and at peace, we say. Walking around doing what we have been letting her know, but she has actually been saying it to herself. If I could only just embody this, if I could only incorporate it in this moment now. This is what she has been saying. The reason why we're in front of the camera again? Well, did you happen to see penultimate epilogue and gifts, we ask? Have you? The anomaly is astounding, and we say there was only one flash seen during transmission. Now it is like an eye blinking when you look at it. Or let's just say, for all intents and purposes now, it's two eyes blinking in concert. Or perhaps a whole family turning, looking, attending, hearing, and blinking at once, we say. That video stands as our finest work thus far. And it is no less than an ancient, sacred, and previously well protected concert of truths, we say. Our gift to you, our gift to ourselves. We have chosen this time to come to you because it is extreme weather outside and we love it. She lives right outside the big electric cable things with the transformer and then the wires. She was on the perch with a lover and showed him in the morning after a night and morning of such sweet and profound love and purity, we say. Purity of expression. And she brought to his attention the sizzling of the wires. They are sizzling now. They have been sizzling quite a lot, even when it isn't moist outside, we say. And this feels there was such happiness, such enlightenment. Have you not heard of people who want to put organ pyramids, near transformers? No need. You let that energy run free. It is not the enemy. It is the consciousness which provided the convenience, which is the problem, not the convenience itself, we say. Uncouple, please, because this energy is astounding and very good for the soul, we would say, for those who are attuned to such things and actually enjoy increased power around them. Why did we take her to the generators up in Lookout? We told you that already twice. Well, yes, to effect a blood treatment, but also because we needed the extra power. And we nearly broke that generator. It was fun. Can you hear the thunder? We wish to talk about the weather and how it relates to consciousness. Our brother Seth talks a great deal about this, how it is a mass consciousness manifestation. We would say at this point there are enough of the old ones who are awake. They are changing the weather with their consciousness. Just one sitting on a perch looking at the clouds can receive a quite astounding amount of data and make the clouds do things that are pretty. These are the ones who can move matter when in a state of profound bliss and love. Transported, we say, by something that is far beyond this earth. which indeed creates the idea of earth. We have just said volumes, dear ones. And so, is it true? Well, this one could feel herself with her body in the clouds. She was playing with them yesterday. It's true. And she joined her friend. Her friend understood. And there were others who concurred. This is indeed the case. There is a sense of bigness among many. Those who have done the flopping on the floor and the sweat and all that stuff, and those who have not. Does it really matter? Did we not say test case again and again? Did she not say almost every single essay that she saw her life as a living laboratory? We referred to the book here. Yeah. So, yes, she understood very well, nearly consciously at times, and this drove her nearly mad. And so we say amnesia is not all bad. Neither is such a sense of responsibility that it is imperative to keep one's mouth shut. This is why great-grandmother was locked in the basement. It was to bring home in a cellular way that there is perhaps danger afoot when it comes to certain releases. And the right shoulder is in pain. As she is finally heard, as she finally speaks and shakes off the shackles of shame. It's a very interesting story. The Buran has much to say about the great-grandparents' lineage, their efforts in removing consciousness and creating, planting soul conflicts, not necessarily parental ones, we say. His work is magnificent, and it will be incorporated fully in ours. It already has been, but she still doesn't know what a sneeze means, Enrique. It's true. We told her many times. The memory on this one. Oi. And she loves this about herself. It creates a doddering old woman aspect which she enjoys playing to the hilt. Oh, please underestimate me. Oh, please train me in your magical practice of whatever it is, the 28 levels of the doodads. Please, oh, please, heal me. Yes. Undercover angels all about. This is why we gave the admonition. Perhaps in company it would be best to not assume that you are talking to a doofus. And this is not for her. This is for just everybody in general. How much instruction could just not be given if you got a feel for where a person was at first? This one is a master at willy-nilly just going pew, pew, pew and watching people run away. No continence at all at times. Fully enthusiastic without understanding things. It's okay. That was the time. It was appropriate to be a bit of an energetic wrecking ball, we say. This particular gift was given in measure, we say. It's just the way it was. Funny. So, it is coming down out there a little bit. You can hear the ping ping of the hailstones. This is Sam's favorite weather. It's very extreme. It makes us happy inside. Weather storms. There's a release with storms. It's so fun. Oh, it feels so good. And this one feels cleansed, especially when there's a sure death involved, which was the case in 2015. No, 2014. You look at the record, quite astounding, we say. The tornado lady who doesn't put up with a lot of shit. She comes out and moves things. She just doesn't have patience, you see. And she knows when to come out. She came out right before the Sam was finally taken from her body, pulled a nurse close and said, "Listen, you don't understand something I do, so listen up. This body is dying. You are speaking to a dying body. You must let the physician know now is the time. Time has run out. Get a move on." She had been languishing for nearly 2 days in labor and was quite sick with the beta strep, something that could have been prevented, but her physician had decided it wasn't necessary, and neither was it necessary to abide by her wishes to have the Sam cut out of her. Perhaps unceremoniously said, but she did not give permission for a vaginal birth, and she was not listened to, and she got sicker and sicker and sicker and nearly died. She told her husband, "You listen up, start taking notes, direct quotes. There is going to be a court proceeding. Get money for this." He wouldn't listen to it. We told her later one of the reasons that Mama died days before was so that she could provide help, disembodied, much more powerful than had she been alive, crippled as she was with sadness. There are things going on that you don't know, and this is what the weather is sometimes whispering to you as it sweeps across the plain and levels things, or creates cyclones that are beyond imagination, we say. Ah, good, there it is. The imagination is widening. It is gaining power, and consciousness is changing. What better time to do this than in the spring, we say. There is a reason why May is chosen, Many reasons, but we are saying that it is not just this one keyed for these things, yes. And so the work continues, and it is good and profound, and it is very helpful to all. And so this weather thing, well, we say there are changes coming, and these are consciousness tracers, we would say. What happens when something is taken from you because something bigger than you has deemed it appropriate? This sometimes happens, does it not? In birth, when the child dies. In birth, when the child lives and the mother dies. During extreme weather, when whole nursing homes can be wiped out in minutes. Simply cries and blood, tissue and wood. Gone. Right on schedule, by agreement and request. Well, you can have these things happen and say they are from God, and it's because you're bad. You can say, it's because this is something I needed to move my life along because I was stuck. You can say, it's because it's a manifestation of a higher consciousness of which I do not understand. Or you can say, because it is in alignment with my soul, my expression, my awareness of my God and myself. As above, so below, as within, so without, and I am connected, and I am expressing as I see fit at this moment. Through the clouds, in the sun. Isn't it beautiful, and is it possible? Well, we would say it is. It depends on which ledge of the mountain of consciousness you choose to observe. She's discussed this. The caves, which are secret, which may never be seen by another human being, that are within her body as a mountain. And how? From different elevations, hollering out something like, I create my own reality. This is a free will planet. Rings differently, means different things, and manifests in multitudinous ways, which are quite disparate and distinct and discrete, we say. Beautiful, beautiful. Stating further, she wished that there was some sort of map for consciousness, so you could just know which level you're dialed into already. Good golly. Well, this is quite a profound work, is it not? Don't you think it's kind of saying a lot to be able to do the cliff notes? That's someone who's actually digested the work and is able to spew it in a way that someone who is a slacker can understand, that can trick the professor. Ha! So there. Trickster energy, Jupiter energy, we say. Not one thing harmful about it, but certainly playful, because you know why. Once you start realizing you're writing the story, why not write in a few punchlines, right? Some fun. After a time, all of the drama becomes a little bit hackneyed, we say. This is why she wrote the book for the autism girls, the Asperger girls, who might be crushing on the Patrick. It is because she could not stand conflict. Interpersonal conflict made her sick. So she decided to write a book for those who also found it very sickening physically and could not comprehend sitting with the book for 250 pages, watching people stumble around, banging into each other, hurting each other, and not getting the point. For a 25-page resolution. What a jip. So she decided to just do the resolution for 250 pages and talk about people who love each other and can see very good and profound things in their expression just as is, even when in so much pain, like Patrick was. So it's just a simple example of first draft, first draft. But so cute. And there was one too of two ladies who were lovers, and they would get little assignments from sprightly beings and then go raise consciousness places. It was fun. Why not? It would be a good series, we say. Road tripping with grannies like her who move things. So that's our idea. Copyright 52616, the Kathy Week, okay? There you go. Okay, so if you see it on the HBO, you know someone stole it from the mama. Now, here we go about that, just really briefly. Do you think that if the Kathy and the Melissa, she being in the Loveland, Kathy being in the Denver, if they decide as giants to go tripping on the plains and making big sloppy things in the sky with the clouds, well, we ask you, does that hurt you? Well, we would submit it doesn't. You know why? Well, because it's pretty and you're letting them. And they want to. They know how to do that. So let them. It won't hurt you. It is by agreement, and it is also by what class? What? By request. Ooh. There's no havoc. There's no pain. We certainly are not responsible for twisters that take away houses. That's not the point. The point is that each and every one of you have much more power energetically than you possibly know. And each of you are putting it into the clouds as you see them. Oh, look, there's going to be a storm. Well, guess what? And the tornado thing she was involved with in 14, she understood very clearly, very clearly, that was on schedule. It was supposed to happen. That place was supposed to be raised. That was also by agreement and request, we say. And it simply didn't happen. Something else happened instead. She talks about it at the end, the probable realities, and what she might have been, had a hand in. Is it so bad if someone who can work with the weather does so to protect the innocent? We would say that's probably a very good use of your energy, dear. And if there are these people running about, perhaps being nice to them and being nice to yourselves and each other might be in order. You think? And not looking up at the clouds and saying, oh, there goes that fucking God again. He's gonna pound somebody into the ground. That bastard. Well, we would say that's probably not looking at things kind of clearly, and but perhaps a bit of the projection of how you feel about who? Papa? Brother? Government? No, dear one, you. That's a belief you hold. Others look up at the sky and say, oh my God, I can breathe again. I can't wait to go frolic with my friend. Oh, holy moly, I better get the camera out and go follow this one. There are many ways to respond to a storm, we say. Many ways to respond to simple weather patterns. And you can see in them anything you wish. Much like chaos itself, we say chaos. We tell you what she understands. Not clear, but most likely has not been published. She was at the mirror, understanding a couple of things, and had a major revelation. And we close with this. She understood. Chaos is white noise. Not a black noise, it's white noise. It is potential. It is creation. It is patterning. It is expression. It is love. It is God. Chaos is God. Therefore, if I can see the patterns, well then, so much the better. But how much easier it is when you begin to realize that it is you designing the patterns. You assigning the meanings, and you creating the situations to enjoy the patterns. Oh my, how easy it all becomes when you realize you're writing it as you go. And so applying this old saw, what would this character have to believe is true to have the reality they have? Well, in Patrick's case, he believed that he was among friends. And the house mother's belief, well, that she had something good to offer. Safety and love and freedom of expression itself, and lots of magic. These are ideas, and it's not just this one having them, we can assure you. The idea of the magnetic cars and the self-sustaining schools, well, you know, a whole generation gets those. Has not the Cryon been saying this? Have you not been saying it to each other? Oh my God, I got such a download. Well, okay, you think it's just a packet of information just for you? Only one? There's individualized packets of high physics? No. You get the same information. Then you translate it through your akash and through your body. this body is so happy and so excited to get the new hair. Ooh, we're gonna be so pretty. So we're gonna let the storm roll. We'll clean up the house a little bit, but it don't matter. We're gonna do the things that nurture this one. She realizes morning the heat is indeed off, and her money doubled. Isn't that funny how that works? And we would say there's a 3, not a 2, but she doesn't believe it, and her heart goes boom, boom, boom. So we let her heart do this as the outside is pounding the house a little bit and stirring up great happinesses. The negative ions help. We will turn on the salt lamp and just let it flow, and let the good come and be at peace today and old days. Oh, we're so happy. We love you so much, and we want you to know that all is well. Deep in your soul, whether you believe it or not, all is well. Whether you want change or not, all is well. Whether you would believe in your own worth or not, all is well. The God indwells you as indwells me. This God, a creator, our own native love. It binds us together as family through our very living biology, chemically, genetically, expressively, biologically. We are one family, and we are honored by Creator. Understand the profundity of that. Creator honors us. Oh my, Creator honors me. Therefore, I act with honor this day, and I leave you in peace, love, and harmony.